Hello everybody. So I am gonna kind of show you guys where I'm at and then kind of explain why I'm doing what I'm doing with this heater core and AC box. Let me flip this sucker around and we'll get to it. Okay, so here is the AC side of the box. So this is the side that's going to be in the engine bay. A lot of you probably are wondering why I have tore this down so far just to replace the heater core. There's two reasons. One being I wanted to clean this out. It's been an unused system for a while, so I wanted to make sure that everything was cleaned and it was going to be efficient. And that hits on the number two reason why I'm doing this. So efficiency of the system. I really wanted to make sure that this whole system works as efficient as possible. All of these seals, actually you can see I've cleaned this one up and it's all nice and clean now, but there's a seal that goes all along this. That way when the fan is on, it's either blowing nice cool air in the cab or nice warm air in the cab. And so that's that efficiency that I'm talking about. And so getting this all cleaned up, I'm going to put new seals around everything. When this system goes back in and goes back together, it will be, it should be just like brand new. It should be efficient. And you know, we are doing a slight restoration on the vehicle. So everything I touch on this, we would be pulling apart. That really turned out nice and clean. And then the other reason I can paint all this up and not have overspray on all the parts that don't need overspray on them. Okay, so here is the heater side of this thing. This is where the heater core goes. I tore it all apart. You guys seen that video. If you guys can make it through that video, I didn't think I need to do a how-to tear apart the AC side. It's actually a little bit easier than this side. As you can see, new heater cores in, all new foam seal all around here. I found that this hose, it's a vacuum hose. The way that this door operates is when you select on your heater controls, it'll either vacuum this side or it'll vacuum this side to either shut this door or open this door for AC or heat. I hope my son's not watching because he'll probably know exactly what that hose came off of. I actually took it off his Toyota pickup. So anyhow, there is a metal plate which is right here, and this metal plate on these systems never had a seal in between the metal and the plastic here. As you can see, I went and I put a foam seal all the way around this, so we ought to be really efficient and not losing any air in that area. I know some of these systems back in the day, some of them worked really well, some of them didn't. The other thing is now, and you can kind of see there, the hole is fixed that was in here. Here is the tab that I fixed, or I made a new one. This is all metal now. And so that whole unit there is done and ready to put back in. Okay, the other side, part of this, guys, is, if you can see there, I've cleaned all that up. I've sanded it down, wax and greased it, repainted it. So that's looking good. The other side of this is why you got this system apart this far. You need to check all your vacuum lines. Make sure that you have no broken vacuum lines, no leaks. In order to do that, I have tore the dash apart a ways to where I can get to the heater control, which in turn I can get to the vacuum lines. I've tested all of that. Everything tests good. Upon more research of the system, the one vacuum line that comes out of the firewall here, somebody at some point in time had this, it wasn't hooked up. Now, this was not my friend's doing. It was more likely the guy before him, but here's the vacuum line that operates the whole system. So it needs to go back in here, which we will do. I will get the whole system put back together. If you guys got any questions about this or why, and like I said, the reason I tore this down so far is just to, you know, make sure, preventative maintenance type stuff. Just making sure that when I put this system back together, that it's going to function 100%. And it's going to be very efficient doing so. We're not going to be blowing cold air out the firewall side. We're not going to be blowing warm air out of the inside. When you select on where you want air to go, that's where it's going to go. But make sure you check all your vacuum lines inside the cab, outside the cab. Make sure that everything is working like it's supposed to. Any questions? Leave it in the comments below, and I will get back to you on them. So if you guys remember, and if you don't remember, go back and watch my last video. But on the heater core side of this box, there was a huge gap between the top of the heater core box and the defrost vent. And so I just wanted to show you guys there's no gap in there no more. If you guys can see up in there, there was about an inch gap in that before. There is zero gap there now. It is sealed. It's going to get all the air to the defroster now, not underneath the dash. It's going to blow good. Hopefully, if the motor works, we'll be good. Do you guys know that case of beer guy? Or maybe it's your wife's brother's cousin's sister's boyfriend's nephew's grandpa's dad's sister brother guy. Okay, these guys will get it done. They'll fix something. They'll get something done, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that if you do this with the case of beer guy, I'm hoping that you're drinking some of your beers with him, some of them cold snacks. Okay? The lesson to learn here is when you do that, and you're a guy like me, make sure that you keep a lot of extra nuts and bolts and screws and all that good stuff around. I got a couple hidey holes here. Well, that's all new stuff. That's for the 62 project. But yeah, here's all that stuff. Oh, wait, hold on. Look at this. I hope you guys are saving all your nuts and bolts, because when you got to do a job after that case of beer guy or that long lost family member, you're going to need all your stash to put that shit back together. Okay, now it's time to check the system. Okay, so let's check defrost. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. He's got defrost. That's something he's never had. Yes, look at that. Oops, sorry. Okay, now let's check vents. And look at that. It works. He's never had defrost before. And he said it never ever worked. So that would have made sense when I checked that vacuum line that's in the engine compartment and it wasn't hooked up, because that vacuum line actually runs this system. And so that tells me that all the balls are sealing up, all the baffles and all the vacuum canisters are good. All of that good stuff. So the system functions, it functions properly. I'm going to just turn the key on this time and we'll just check the fan motor and see, because it's a 4-level motor, 4-speed motor, and let's check and see if all the speeds work. Okay, so now we're on high. Medium high, and yes, it's working. Let's go medium low. Yes, it's working. And then let's go low. And yes, it's working. Perfect. Okay, as you can tell, the system is all put back together. Everything is painted. I even cleaned the overspray that was on this off of it from previous paint jobs, engine compartment paint jobs. As you've seen just a second ago, the system works. It works pretty flawlessly, actually, for a system that's over 40 years old and really only need cleaned up. As you can see the new seal that I put in here. It's starting to ooze out. You can see it's kind of oozing out a little bit, but that's what we want. That way we know it's sealed up. For you that are wondering what I used, and this is on the outside, so this is the AC box to the firewall, and then the AC box comes apart from each other, and this is the seal I used. It's just kind of a soft, let's see here. It's just kind of a soft, you can kind of form it, you can push it in. It'll get sticky, but when this smashes in there, it'll seal, and it'll seal tight. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. We'll catch you on the next one. And hey, don't get me wrong. Be that case of beer guy. Just don't drink the whole case of beer while you're working on your buddy's rig. Get the rig done first, then have some cold snacks. And hopefully you're going to do it with your friends, so it makes it a lot more fun. All right, don't miss your screws, don't miss your bolts, put everything back where it was supposed to be. Thank you very much for watching. Smash that thumbs up button, leave me a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you.